Today is like day 2 of a surprise little, what do they call this? Little weather front system, weather system. But it hasn't been that like hard. So I don't think we're gonna have like flooding necessarily. Alright, well, let's see what the damage is. I mean, there's the classic leakage, and there's not really much you can do because, like, literally all that is brown over there is not actually door. That's like silt. It's sandbag. Nothing really bad over here. Dry. And pretty dry. Hard to tell in the dark, but that's actually dry. And then no moisture there. In conclusion, it has been going on for like a day and a half officially now. I think I don't really count as yesterday being like a full day of downpour. Because it was also just sort of like light sprinkling. But today it was like legitimate rain. And it's kind of on and off, and it's definitely not as bad as it was at the beginning of February. That was yeah, that was a scramble. So, I don't know. On to the rest of the day. Besides checking on the points of leakage, I threw on the headset. I deactivated 2 add-ons in OBS that I use in recording other things like desktop games and such. And I decided to be safe, and so I shut down the web browser that I usually play music on and stuff. I jumped into VR chat and I hit record. 3 minutes passed, 5 minutes passed, 20 minutes passed, and by this time I'm like, all right, if I'm spending this much time and nothing's going wrong, like there's no lagging in my hand, there's no disconnection, let's start recording stuff. And so that's what I did. So here's just a snippet of the potential episodes that I recorded. Also, just to note that the reason why these VR chat videos and any sort of VR video so far goes in here in the Tyler channel is mostly because of the use of the camera. It's just me practicing how to use this fiddly little, this fiddly little doodad. So that's why. It's sort of exploring, well, the world, seeing what the creators chose to put in it. So how many particle systems, what can I do to practice my cinematography? These kind of things. And that's why it's on the Tyler channel and not on Wilder Yonder, which is the gaming channel, the gaming sphere, if you will. So that's why. Back to the worlds. So then you can do things like God, I haven't actually written anything in a very long time. And this will be a quick episode. I just want to go over what I wasn't able to the last time I tried to explore this world. All right, we're back. And this time, I'm not chopping and moving all over the place, though I do have a little bit of stick drift, which worries me, but that's a problem for a slightly later time. a world that is very reminiscent to when I lived in Japan. So a lot of the time that I was in Japan, it was running around from train station to train station to train station. And this really just kind of gives me that vibe. Here, we're more or less in the countryside. And the thing that's kind of frustrating about these worlds is that there's no like one master shot. There are a bunch of different ways to capture this world.